Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and thank you once again to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for giving me the ability to do this test drive of the Gundam Mark III Magallanica issued. I looked up its explanation, which we'll take a quick look at here. It is from the Gundam Unicorn side story Return of the Lion, and just to give the short version, it is actually M Machine's Gundam Mark II that, of course, was handed down to the. Was it L that piloted that in Double Zeta? Either way, supposedly it was left behind in Axis after after the end of Double Zeta and made its way to the Republic of Zeon, where it was significantly reinforced, supposedly. Um, the reinforcement seems to mostly be a Dovin wolf arm, which again is just kind of interesting, given the fact that it kind of the silver bullets presser has to spit those out. But oh well. Regardless, it is a 550 cost general, usable in ground and space, melee priority of 3, space compatibility, so extra mobility in space, 17,000 hit points, 16 ballistic resistance, 22 beam resistance, 22 melee resistance, 15 range strength, and 45 melee strength. That's kind of interesting since it is going to be using the beam magnum to my knowledge. That is kind of standard. I feel like that's not too dissimilar from the standard Mark II. I may be misremembering though. I do that. Movement speed 130, high speed maneuver 210, thruster gauge 70, turn speed 72. Close range slots 12, medium and long range slots both 14. For enhancements, 1 point of melee resistance at 560 enhancement points, 1 point of melee modifier at 1130, at 1700, 100 shield hit points. 2270 is where the extra expansion slots kick in. If you pay DP and enhancement kits to break the first enhancement limit and get 4,540 points, you get plus 5 melee defense. And if you do that again to get break the second limit and get up to 6810, you get plus 5 melee damage. So far, not bad. Let's take a look at its gear. Okay, Beam Magnum output modified. Focus required still. Power 3600 per shot. Range 350 meters. Cooldown time between shots 6 seconds. Reload time 15. Focus time 1 second. Ammo-based suppressive weapon. Firing beam requires focus, but unit can move while in this state. The resulting explosion is also suppressive. Yeah, so just like the Unicorn, it does still have splash damage when you with its beam if you hit the ground. Let's see. Mark II beam saber. Yep, it is just. I think that's just the standard Mark II beam saber. Yep, because there's 4 levels of it. So that is melee power 2500, cooldown time 2.5 seconds. It has the shield missile launcher, which I believe the standard Mark II does not actually have. Which, hey, maybe that'll get retconned into it. That would be fair. But regardless, power 900 per missile, 3 missiles, range 300 meters, cooldown time 0 seconds, so it fires them all pretty quickly, and reload time 10 seconds. Firing arc is hard to manage, but useful for suppression and against ground targets. Okay, that should be interesting. Okay, it has a shrapnel hyper bazooka as a sub-weapon. Power 80 per pellet. No idea how many pellets it fires exactly. 4 ammo. Range 175 meters. Cooldown time 5 seconds. Reload time 15 seconds. Fire shrapnel in a wide area. Damages parts easily with a high hit rate. Yeah, so it'll probably be the same kind of shrapnel bazooka the standard Mark II has, and not like one of the shotgun styles like the DJ has. Knuckle sealant launcher. Power 200, ammo 1, range 200 meters, reload time 15 seconds. Fires special warheads, temporarily limiting the movement of targets. Also halts target's ability to transform and transition to flight mode. Okay, knuckle dummy balloon. So it keeps the dummy balloon launcher that the Super Gundam had. 500 damage for those. Ammo 1, range 150 meters. Reload time 10 seconds. Yeah, deploys a decoy balloon that looks like your MS on enemy radar. Pressing the reload button while deployed will cause the balloon to explode. Temporarily decreases enemy mobility on hit. Okay, I don't know if that works on the Super Gundam version now. If so, I never knew it, but good information. And the shield, which I hit the wrong button for. Large shield, 5,000 points, 5,000 hit points. Yeah, so looking pretty good. All right, I usually put the bird lime here. And I'll put the dummy balloon there. And okay, skills. Leg shock absorber level 3, so significantly reduce stress on the legs after jumping and boosting. Quick boost level 3, so quicker jumps by 30%. Emergency evasion system level 1, so it has a dodge roll. Flight control level 2, so midair boosting and jumping. Glide structure level 3, which descends slower in the air, making it easier to perform midair functions. Not bad. High performance balancer 1. Landing after jumps and evasive maneuvers can be canceled with a melee attack or tackle. Melee combo controller level 1, so it can do 2-hit melee combos. Back level 2, so if you don't change directions at the end of your braking action, or at the end of your boost in space, you will skip the braking animation and, be able to just go about your business. Force injector level 2, so relatively cost-effective direction changing while boosting. Fake beacon level 1, so in 200-meter range, you will show up as a friendly on enemy radar. Precision ranged. When landing an attack with a ranged weapon from behind, hit point damage will be dealt to the unit's legs, back, and head. And precision melee, which does the same. So it's designed basically to walk up behind people and disable their mobile suits. That could be interesting. Could be very useful, and given that you have 2 different ways to slow people down and stun them before you start doing that, that could be pretty considerable. Especially, I'm betting the shrapnel bazooka is going to be good for that. But let us go into the standard training grounds and just get a feel for everything this can do. I'm really liking the look of this. I hope I can get it for myself, because it's really kind of nifty looking so far. All right, so
Ready to begin?
here we are, and yeah, I like this color scheme on the Mark II as well. It's just mostly white, but that works out. All right, so I just noticed it has the shield missiles. You know what it does not have, which makes sense because I think in Super Gundam mode the Mark II rarely had that, and I don't think it showed up much in Double Zeta either, is the Vulcan pod. So yeah. So it's got plenty of other options, but yeah, one of the Mark II's most valuable weapons is not here, so that is something to keep in mind. It looks like the beam Magnum is stopped to fire. We'll test that in a second, but does pretty good damage, and there was a splash. Yes, it is stopped to fire. That makes sense, I think, for this. But yeah, just remember that when you are ready to shoot, you will stop moving. Got the shield. Let's see what they mean about the arc of the missiles beam. Yeah, seems pretty straightforward to me. Let's see if they're steerable. Check that out. Nope, they just fire in a straight line, as you might expect a missile to do. So, all right, shrapnel bazooka. Oh wow, that is a really wide angle. So, yeah, it is actually the shotgun version, which not the worst news, but kind of surprises me if I'm being honest. I was expecting the other one. But yeah, it's interesting because it's the shotgun, but it also has a really, really wide spread. So yeah, it is something you're going to have to be right up on people to get the most out of it. Okay, birdlime launcher is your standard birdlime launcher. If anything, it seems like the angle is a little bit simplified. For lack of a better term, it doesn't seem like it arcs quite so much. Let's test that from a little farther back. Because basically, birdlime launcher rounds are treated like grenades. They arc, and you can hit from well out of your range if you're good at managing that arc. I don't think this one arcs quite the same way as the individual Mark II. Could be wrong, but okay. And yeah, I hit reload and it explodes. If the Super Gundam's bazooka works that way, or dummy launcher works that way, that is something I have never known. Yeah, I feel like actually just the like extreme long range of the bird, or the fairly straightforward arc of the birdlime launcher is going to make it useful at greater distances if you're good at aiming that. Although that did seem to fly right through the Gundam, so maybe not. Well, we'll find out. Okay, so melee pattern. Standard, neutral, and left. Standard, right. Yep, it's got basically the same melee pattern as the standard Mark II, more or less. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at its various stun capabilities on the Zoc, and we'll go from there. Let's see, the 3 missiles. Okay, if they all hit, they'll stun the Zoc. Beam Magnum. Not even close. Birdlime will not stun a Zoc. It doesn't even register. Let's just let that float into the thing. Okay, yeah, a little bit of damage. The speed reduction I'm sure took, but no stun reaction or build stun to speak of. Meanwhile, the bazooka does its shrapnel thing very well. Oh, wow. I didn't think that many pellets hit, but it's stunned from that distance. We have that much build stun built in? Okay, that's about the maximum range. I am going to try. I'm going to go just a little bit closer here. Tiny bit and see. No. Going to just take a couple of inches forward. Okay, that's at about that range. 110 damage and... Okay, and a tiny bit closer it is basically where you'll start getting enough pellets to actually stun. Up close, about 660 damage, and it's not even really a question. So, let me try and land the splash, because I want to see its approximate range like I usually do. I'll aim for a shadow of the Zoc. That did connect. Again, not a lot of damage, but it works. Alright, so let us... Okay, yeah, before we do anything else, Forced Injector 2, again, fairly cost-effective multi-directional boosting. I swear this model is slightly different than the standard Mark II model. Not 100% sure on that. I'd have to look at them side by side. Thrusters seem to cool down relatively quickly as well. Okay, yeah, that was Forced Injectors. Here is a high jump followed by glide structure, which should be slow going down. And yeah, the air dash skill lets you boost or jump in the air. From the look of it, I think what glide structure does specifically, it's not that it slows the speed of your descent itself. It slows the beginning of your descent animation. You hang at the height of your jump just a little bit more. This is probably something that was relatively well known, but I don't remember if I've done any glide structure suits since I started doing test drives. So yeah. Also, for the record, you cannot start charging the beam Magnum in the air. Okay, so the shield missiles cannot be fired while boosted. Bazooka, I'm sure can't. I know the beam Magnum can't if it's stopped to fire. Can't do it with the birdlime. Let's try the dummy balloon when the overheat is done. There we go. Yeah, okay. So there are 0 weapons on this Mark II that can be fired while boosting. So that is not the worst news, since it's basically supposed to be a sneaky suit and get behind people and do them harm. That's not the worst move, but it does mean that you have, when you go to make your getaway after doing that, you've got absolutely nothing. So just be very careful of that. And now let's turn on enemy AI and see what I can do. Which, you know, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I think I can at least do some okay work here. Magnum looks like it took out the shield in one. Gundam here. Stopped it with the shotgun. Unfortunately, because the AI is smart enough to know right where you are and also read your mind when you're getting ready to melee, actually testing the precision skills that give you extra limb damage from the back is going to be kind of hard. None of these things are going to want to turn their back to me in most situations. He managed that. Okay, almost stunned both of them with the shotgun bazooka. That's pretty good. Stop that Gundam from downswinging me. So yeah, it may not be great at fighting on the move in ways that I am generally pretty I prefer to do. But because of all the weaponry it has, its backpedal game is still pretty strong. So that's not bad. Oop, covered for each other there a little bit. Anybody else going to hit me while I'm down? No, they don't do that, which is like one of the most effective things you generally do, but oh well. Yeah, look at how they don't even react to the dummy balloon. Like they're not reading your radar, they're just, headed right for you to kill you. Boom. Okay, got that this time. Pretty good damage when downed on the from the missiles. And that, yeah. Yeah, the shotgun does give you enough time to downswing a Zoc and make your getaway, so. And if I feel like, if it seems like I might be doing a little bit better against multiple targets than I have in these rounds lately, that is because the rated match grind. I'm still, about to die right here, but. And thank you. Yep, got Zagoked. But yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit less clumsy just because I have been playing far too much every day. But I'm very close. If I can win like 2-3 rounds in a row, I will get to A+ and be done with that. But just, it's every time, I just run into a bad stretch of rounds when I get close. It's incredibly frustrating. This is why I kind of, until I got to this promotion and needed to reach A+, this is why I had given up on rated matches for a good while. Or at least caring about them. If I had a Q that matched what I needed, okay, you can fire that in the air. You can fire the shotgun bazooka in the air. You can fire the dummy balloon in the air, and I'm betting the bird line will work as well. So, find that out in just a second. Yep, okay. Yeah, so you may not be able to use most of its weapons while boosting, which is a shame, but the fact that you can use them while jumping is not nothing. So yeah, everything but the beam magnum works while jumping. That's decent. And yeah, this is a good position to be fighting a Zoc from. Okay, that didn't work and I'm out of boost, so. Okay. Yeah, I will say that, in terms of just ordinary gameplay. Please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to get that shot off to kill that Zoc. In terms of just ordinary gameplay, it really does feel weird to not have those Vulcans handy, because, yeah, the Mark II's Vulcan pod is really excellent. It does really good damage, and it has pretty decent build stun. So, yeah, it's and since you can fire it while boosting, it can be a very valuable way to get in on somebody if you need
Good luck.
to.
You've got the enemy
You fire,
spotted.
fire the beam rifle, follow with a Vulcan charge, and odds are good you will be able to do something by the time you reach them. But yeah, I like this. I nope. Kind of want to see if I can get behind it and break some legs here. Okay, that should have counted as behind. It tried to auto tackle me, but it was facing the wrong direction. Too far away for the splash damage. Got hit with a charge shot, but yeah. It is definitely an interesting suit. I want to, like I said, I hope I get it because I think it could be fun to use. Having a beam magnum that works slightly differently at the, there's some good splash damage. That works slightly differently. It cost $550. That could be entertaining. And because it has the missiles are high build stun, it has the two speed reducing things, and it has the shotgun. It could be a good foil for some of the faster moving raids that you tend to encounter at that cost. Like I feel like this would probably be pretty effective against Psycho Zaku Mark II, just to pick a name out of a hat. And also, I don't know what kind of stun defense the Z Zulu has. That might be, or not. No, it's not the Z Zulu. I'm thinking of the Sturmgallus, but yeah, that might be a little bit more of a challenge. But yeah, this definitely has some good skills. Again, watch out. Don't do what I just did to that Zoc, because if you do the upswing and it has time to react, it can just tackle you through the downswing. So, force of habit, because upswing, downswing, usually a valuable combo on anything with 2-hit melee. But yeah, that is the Gundam Mark II Magallanica type, I think it is. I really want to see that written out in katakana so I can tell exactly what it is supposed to be. But yeah, that's going to do it for now. And good luck to everybody that wants to get this. I knew I nearly forgot something. Here is the tackle, which standard Mark II tackle, more or less. And until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.